There he is.
There he is.
We are back, kids.
Hey, beep, 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 beep. What's up, y'all? It's your
Mhm.
friends here at the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills,
I am Billiam.
and we are here to talk about WrestleMania 41 night numero uno, the first night. Billiam and I were fortunate enough to be able to watch it together. So that was a very a good night.
That was
Uh,
a great night.
I don't think we'd watched a WrestleMania together ever. It's
Yeah,
not the first
maybe
time
not.
ever.
Because
Yeah,
we always had different plans with other people, and just for some reason or another, we just never had the chance to. So this year was the first, and hopefully, many more to come.
any more to come, and I mean,
Yes.
we're eventually going to
And,
sit down and watch them all together. Well. We weren't together, but we were at the same WrestleMania. That
oh,
kind
true.
of, I say that counts.
We were 31 together, so
Yeah,
fair
I
enough.
say that counts. I say
Great.
that counts. But
Great.
yeah, as far as being able to sit next to each other and so let's get into it, man. Night number one. Um, Leading off the show was not the main event, James.
Yeah.
All I have for a note is main event gripe, and I've said it before. Man, just why build up the main event thing? Why have him win Royal Rumble to have him not main event Royal Rumble? It just, I mean, WrestleMania. It just, that's
Yeah,
all right.
it's.
All
I
right,
think it's because the whole thing now is you don't main event, you just get a title shot at WrestleMania.
correct.
I don't know if they've changed the wording, but that's pretty much what it means now. Um, but I mean, what a hell of a way to kick off the show.
Yeah, man. Gunther putting up the World Heavyweight Championship against main event Jey Uso. It had been building for weeks. Gunther's been bullying Jey Uso, and Jey Uso finally the last couple weeks said not enough or said enough. Uh, what you're doing is not enough anymore. I'm not afraid, and it all came down to this match here. Um, we don't have to go like super into like super details on the match. We can just kind of like say who won and kind of our feelings about it. So
Yeah, being we're 2 weeks removed, just what our thoughts are at this point. Everybody, I'm pretty sure, knows the outcome, knows what happens, but they haven't heard from their favorite podcast because, hey, I've been on vacation. What you
yeah,
do?
where'd he go? He went to Nunya. Don't worry about it. He went and enjoyed himself. That's what he did. You hater. You just mad because you don't have vacation. Damn it.
Yeah.
We love you. Thank you for being here. Um, Jay Uso, man, they gave him his moment, Billiam. They freaking did it. Not only that, he tapped out.
That's what
Tapped him
surprised
out.
me. I didn't think that because they were saying Gunther's only been pinned by 3 times since he's come back, blah blah blah, and like not only to not to give him the pin, which was hard enough, but he made the man tap out. I was like, okay, I'm happy with the outcome. I think a pin would have been better than a submission because that would have been a little more believable. But hey, we have a new champ.
We have a new champ. The king of Yeet. Main event Jey Uso is the new world heavyweight champion. Um, Jimmy came out. They got to have their brother moment. And yeah, I think it was a great way to start off night one with Jey Uso getting his moment. I think that was really dope. I did not, I was on the fence. It's, even when we were watching, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. By the time he got to like the second splash, I was like, oh, it's coming. This is
Yeah.
it. This is how you start. This is how you start with everybody eating. This is how you start. So that was the first match. I thought it was a good match. Jey Uso showed out.
Oh, definitely. Um, all right. What we have next match is the World Tag Team title match between the defending champs War Raiders against the New Day.
Woo! Jey! Yeah. Um, the War Raiders and the New Day have locked horns a few times now. At this point, they're always a really good team to watch together. They have a lot of familiar moves and beats, and it's always really good. I think we said this before. It's always really good when a team like the War Raiders kind of can wrestle like smaller, like super athletic dudes, because
Yeah.
then it just seems like they can throw them around and do all these other kind of cool things. that's really neat to watch, especially in tag team wrestling.
That and Ivar himself is flying around like Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. That big guy is doing like full on roundhouse kicks and
Yeah.
moonsaults and like he's incredible to watch. Like it's insane what they can do. But the New Day is just I mean, they proved why they are indeed the greatest tag team of all time. If you're talking about number of times they've held the championships, because they came out on top of this one. Oh, and it's just the cherry on the sundae of this heel turn, man. Like I'm so excited that they gave him the belts and oh, it's a new day, Kills. It's a new day.
Get on your knees and thank God. Uh, uh, Also, really cool fun fact about the New Day belt. I don't know if they did this for the War Raiders. I didn't really pay attention, but what they've done for the tag belts is their plates on the side are individualized. So Kofi has his own, Woods has his own, and it almost looks like Japanese lettering of their name with something like it looks like anime type like side. It's really dope. It's
No,
really cool.
yep.
Yeah. So
That sounds like
yeah,
something new they would do. I don't think they were different for the new. I don't think they've done that with different, like each person gets their individual like belts.
if
I
this
don't
is
know if
how they
they've done
kick it
that
off,
before.
what a great time to kick it off. It looks
Yep.
dope. It looks super dope.
Yep.
Fun fact that was New Day and Xavier Woods' first win at WrestleMania. I mean, they've won often, but apparently as a team, that was their first
But
at the showcase.
that's
So
crazy. That's insane. Good for them.
sometimes you got to go heel.
Yeah. Hey, it
Then
worked.
next is the grudge match. Miss Caution herself, Naomi, against Jade Cargill, and yeah, pretty straightforward. Jade comes out on top. Jade gets to have her revenge, gets to put it on her. It was good. Naomi still looks really great, and Jade Cargill showed up at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? It was a good entertaining match.
Absolutely. They both got their WrestleMania entrances. We got to hear was that when Naomi debuted her new entrance?
I
Or
want to say yes. I
okay.
want to say yes.
Yeah. So she debuted a darker version. She got rid of the glow and
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy her dark brooding character. It's a lot of fun. She's almost getting super almost Mickey James level neurotic. Like
Yes,
Mickey James meets mankind. I mean, not the fact that she's living in a boiler room or anything, but that she's just kind of unhinged and
her
it's
hair has
cool.
just gotten like she's letting her
It's
hair
getting
grow.
bigger and more
Uh,
teased and
mhm.
it's fun to see a different side of Naomi and what she can do. So
Yeah, even the angle where it's like, I've been around and all this, and all of a sudden this broad shows up, and I was treated like a sidekick, and this like the angle's dope. Like it's working really well.
yep. So
I
yeah,
enjoy it.
just like
Naomi will be back. She'll be back.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Uh oh no, go ahead, please.
Oh, next we got well, I was gonna say next, and you go next. What's next?
Oh, the sorry. The next was the United States Championship match between Jacob Fatu and L.A. Knight,
Yeah, I think we can. I think I
defending
can
champ.
honestly say we both were looking forward to this match for sure. Like we were glad we were able to watch this together.
Absolutely.
We were not disappointed.
Jacob Fatu just I mean they both showed up. It's if I'm not mistaken, it's the first time you've got to see both of them in a one-on-one competition and it was against each other. So I want to hear your thoughts because that was more of like the first time you got to see them go at it. So
Jacob Fox is the real deal. Um,
absolutely.
our boy Triggs, shout out Goat. He likens Jacob Fatu, where he's just like, man, he's the while Solo Sokoa was like kind of supposed to give us that Umaga feel, something about Fatu like does it.
Mhm.
He's a scary dude, and for even for things that are staged and people taking bumps and this and that, Like he's really impressive, bro. He's a really good wrestler. He knows how to use his size, and he makes that shit look mean. And
Yeah.
then you flip to LA Knight, yeah. Um, um, Jumping a little bit ahead, Jacob Fatu wins the match.
Yes, he does.
He becomes the new United States champion.
Expect.
And even you and I said then, I feel like that's so LA Knight is headed for bigger things.
Hmm.
They give him the United States belt, build up his fanfare, build up this. He passes that upcoming torch belt to Fatu. Now LA Knight's going to go for Intercontinental Undisputed. Like he's going to go for something big. Something.
I see him in the future. I see him winning the Money in the Bank this year,
Sure.
if not
Yeah.
anything, because
Yeah.
that's a big. He's almost like the new Ken Kennedy, almost,
Good call.
but
Good call.
better,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
because that's where Ken Kennedy was going, but politics got him and out anyway. But yeah, I see that as LA Knight's next step since he's held that U.S. belt a few times, going back and forth with Jacob Fatu and Shinsuke, and but yeah, I agree. He's going up to that next level, and I think he's going to shine, my friend,
Yeah. Absolutely. He's ready.
as
And
is Fatu. So
Jacob Fatu's ready.
bring on the Samoan Werewolf because that's it's going to be a fun ride with him, man.
What a good match. His little jump up, little moonsault that he can do just on the dime. Like, I
Yeah,
haven't seen him do a bad one yet.
yeah.
That's
He's legit this generation's Umaga because he talks, which Umaga didn't. So like
yes.
he's not the whole Samoan kind of tribal gimmick that Umaga was, but he moves just as quick, if not quicker than that man. And
Yeah,
Umaga was impressive on his own.
indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. All
So
right.
let's go.
That led us to Woo Woo. Ray Phoenix versus
Oh,
El Grande Americano. Ray Phoenix being substituted because Ray said that he hurt himself at the pre-show when they were announcing the acquisition of Triple A. Uh, Ray Phoenix, we got to see Ray Phoenix, and you and I were both pretty on point about El Grande
his
Americano's entrance.
entrance.
Uh,
Absolutely. Full on mariachi band wearing
all
his
well
mask.
done,
And
so
oh,
well done,
so good.
so well done.
My wife was like, "Nobody has a problem with this." I was like, "It's professional
Oh,
wrestling." I
oh, I'm sure some people had a problem with
sure.
it.
But it's like it's professional wrestling. Just chalk
Right.
to we'll see what happens. But yeah, but it's everything we expected and more, man. They were all wearing the mask. It was full music entrance and so good. It was like the crackling, not black and white, more brown and white video footage, him going to the
Right.
ring, and it was great. What we
Yes,
wanted.
everything we wanted. The match, pretty good. Pretty good. You know, it was gonna. I feel like it was gonna go the way I feel like it was gonna go with him using the metal and the mask and doing that.
Mhm.
He was gonna win in a heel way. It would have been nice just to see a straight up just match. But if we're all of the understanding that this is in fact Chad Gable, then he gonna keep cheating. It is what it is. So, but hey, El Grande Americano gets the win at WrestleMania. So
Yeah, and it gave Ray Phoenix like a huge stage to perform on for everybody to see what that man can do because him and Penta have been going through the trenches, just working together, and these two brothers are now on the biggest stage of them all and seen worldwide. And Ray Phoenix showed up and it was like, "I'm here too, guys," and it was a great match until of course the whole metal and the mask and headbutt and all that. But hey, it was great.
classic heel stuff.
Classic
Classic.
heel moment.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? All right. Tell them what's next, Billion. What happened?
The next match was the WWE Women's Championship match with Charlotte Flair taking on Tiffany Stratton.
It was the Queen against Tiffy time. Probably the next best interesting entrance. Tiffany Stratton had the whole Barbie theme. That was
Yeah,
interesting. that was
Apparently it's one that she was working on for a while and Trips
right.
told her to hold on to it until Mania. So she got it. Mattel actually worked on those boxes specifically for her and oh yeah, spared no expense for their women's champ and it paid
Yeah.
off. Because I
It
was joking, when her entrance kicked and the buildings lit up and it looked like the Barbie Dream House. I'm like, hey man, that looks a lot like a Barbie Dream House. And it pans down and you're like,
it
well, look, I was like, oh, they're
look,
Barbie. That's
it's,
adorable.
it's a Barbie thing.
And then Pat McAfee was like, oh, she was the one in the middle. Uh, it's so good. So deadpan, so good.
The
Yeah.
only thing that might have made that better if she'd have just rolled like the box and all that. Because she gets out the box and rolls down the ring in like one of them pink Jeep Barbie fucking
Oh, that
things.
would have been good.
That
Yeah.
would have been just like, oh,
Or like
look at
roller
her. But no,
skate, neon
you
yellow
gotta
roller skates or something.
you gotta save all that stuff for Stone Cold and hitting things.
Uh, uh,
We'll get to
that,
that.
that's another thing. All you had to do was announce the attendance, man. But
No,
like,
no, because it's Stone Cold. He's gotta come on.
that's tomorrow night.
Right, come on. What a good match.
Yes, sir.
Good match. I was pleased. It was good to see Tiffany Stratton get pushed. I think her working with Charlotte was a very good choice. I think it was a smart choice.
I really do too, because it kind of
Yeah.
got because Charlotte's been there before. We all know that. Tiffany Stratton's been wrestling, I think, what, no more than I think 4 years, 2 years, something like that. And she's already kind of almost headlining her first WrestleMania, and she's going up against perhaps one of the greatest women wrestlers of all time. Um, that's huge that she got the push and she got the win over Charlotte. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, her in-ring, I have no doubt her in-ring skills are fantastic. She does, you didn't get to hear her on the mic yet. She does need to work on her mic skills a little bit, but I mean, that'll come in time.
It'll come in time.
Her in-ring is on par with Charlotte, and she got the win. And it was a great match.
I think with Tiffany, like what I noticed was, for instance, with her mic, when it comes to her mic skills, when she like the big like that one of that back and forth that she had with Charlotte, where it's like, you're gonna end up alone. You know, what are you 0-3? Like, I feel like that got the biggest pop of anything that she kind of said. So I think maybe Tiffany should just stick to like if she could throw something online and then address that, kind of make it a social media thing, then
Mm.
she's just kind of riffing off that instead of trying to come up with like a typical like wrestling thing. Like it might work a little better for her because
Yeah.
I think like because she might not be the best actress. So if someone's like, "Yo, say what you want, work this in here," then she's got to read kind of some lines. But then when she dropped that real shit, it's like, "What does that make you? 0-3? Woo!" I was like, "Oh, okay, that there you go. That even because even Charlotte, oh, is that where Kyle's in my DMs?" Oh, like, yeah, she hit you with some shit.
Yeah.
So I think kind of going that route might be a little better for her. But again, a lot of that comes with time. You know, a lot
Right.
of people, certain people do start stiff and whatever, and then end up just fine. Hell, look at Roman Reigns.
True.
Roman Reigns used to be a little stiff, and now he just kind of just is loose and it's just kind of like whatever. I'm gonna riff
One
on
of the
some.
best, and now he's one of the best of all time. So,
Right.
yeah.
So
All right.
good
Which leads
job,
us.
Tiffany. Tiffany got her
Yes.
WrestleMania moment, got to take down the Queen at WrestleMania 41. That says a lot for what the company wants to do with her. Honestly, she
Yeah.
could have this run for a minute. I look forward to seeing who her next target is or who comes for her next. So,
We will talk about that in a later episode.
indeed.
Yes.
All
So,
right.
which brings us, speaking of Roman Reigns, to our final match of the evening, which it was Seth freaking Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman in his corner.
It was the revolutionary against the OTC, against the best in the world, with a certain wise man in his corner. And It went about, well, first off, super shout out and a dope return to Living Color, who walked CM Punk out to the ring for the second time at a WrestleMania.
He got everything because they had that little promo package beforehand
Yeah,
of his entire
they
career, and like they gave this is like CM Punk wanted his main event. Here's your main event at WrestleMania, man. Here's everything you can ever dream of to have, and they gave it all to
yes,
him.
young Phil,
Minus
young Phil. I don't smoke, I don't drink. Wrestling is my addiction.
classic. But yeah, and then
I just
yeah,
laugh so
Living
hard
Color.
every time I hear that. I just hear my boy Goat. She's oh God.
It was
Oh,
it was partially the gimmick, partially. But yeah,
partially.
and
I mean,
Living
hey, look,
Color.
y'all want to y'all. I mean, there's the pipe bombs and there's all that stuff. Y'all want to hear CM Punk speak some like straight edge truth? Go look at some of the stuff he was talking when he had the Straight Edge Society. Man, man,
That was
he
good, man.
man, they should just be like, hey, go talk about how dumb these people are for even tasting alcohol. He's like, no problem. I got you.
Oh yeah, his run against Jeff Hardy in that for the title was great because he brought up all that stuff and it was just perfect fit, perfect timing, and yeah, go back and watch some of that stuff, kids. It's good stuff.
And go look at when Jericho was pouring whiskey on CM Punk. Like that was a whole
That
that
was
was a
that
thing,
was
bro.
good
That
too,
was crazy. Anyway,
sir.
we're talking about this triple threat match. Um, I think I could say that we can safely say, both you and I, that we knew going in, the way that Seth Rollins had spoken, something was going to happen.
Yeah, he used
Some
those specific words in that specific way for a specific reason.
going to do what I'm going to give my all. I'm going to sacrifice myself, and I'm going to do what is best for the company moving forward,
Yep.
directly into the camera. That is foreshadowing at its best.
Yep.
And WWE has been doing things like that for a long time. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Something's going to happen. Um,
Wasn't sure what.
did you see or think what happened? And we'll not like it's big spoilers at this point. Everybody knows, but just before we go, just did you see that coming?
Specifically, no. Again, we had some inkling that Seth Rollins was going to win. We just weren't sure how it was going to happen, and Paul Heyman was going to be involved somehow.
Right.
We didn't think that we would almost be seeing maybe the creation of a new evolution.
Yeah, something like that.
Um,
It's definitely not because I don't want to jump the gun too much
nope, nope.
because things have happened. Um, but when everything started to go down and when the low blows started to happen, and as we were watching it in real time, once once Paul hit Punk, I think we both were like, well, he's hitting Roman. Like this is going to be a Seth Rollins thing.
Mhm.
And I think that, yeah, um, I had said, I think we'd had a conversation before where the one thing that no one had spoken to Seth Rollins about yet is this feeling of jealousy, this feeling of, oh, okay, he got so upset at, well, when I was in the Shield, everybody kept talking about Roman Reigns, and then when CM Punk came back, all they were talking about this, that, and third. I remember you and I talking about, it, and I was like, if I was riffing to Seth Rollins, I'd be like, okay, or maybe you're just mad because for everything that you've done, you're still not as big as these people. And what's the one thing these cats have in common that took them over the next edge? You've never had a Paul Heyman.
Mm.
You've never
No.
had that dude You've never had that. You've always tried to go at it on your own, screwing people over, trying to do this, that, and the third. You've never attached yourself to a thing. You've always tried to be the guy. And yes, you're the guy, but now you have a wise man. Now you have a dude. Now you have that dude. Now you're a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah, because
And
he has the experience as well.
correct.
So now
And
that
so
he's been around, he's seen it all, done it all at this point. Now he needs to become the revolutionary. Like his final form, I think, is here, Kills.
I think so. I mean, if you look at it, I think it's really great. It's a great touch because it feels like you said, it's his final form. It feels like everything has been building up to this Seth
Hmm.
Rollins, even to a dude who at one point was calling himself the Monday Night Messiah. Um, wanted to be. That's why I think the Chris Jericho comparison is perfect. Wanted to be a next level godlike figure, a save us figure, if you will. This even to me, this pushes the Jericho comparison a lot because he feels like if you were to talk to Seth Rollins, I bet he's like, I had to do this to save wrestling. It's the save us complex, the Jesus complex that's been there since he's called himself the Monday Night Messiah. Now he's building. We don't want to jump too far. Now he's found himself a right hand. He's found himself that thing that's not a lackey. He's had lackeys before. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like when he was the Monday Night Messiah, he had like the disciple. He's had teammates or people that he's felt like have been under him. Now he's got somebody who feels like, yo, all we're doing is greatness, and we feel like wrestling needs to go one way. It's a very dope angle,
Hmm.
and it was a good. Once again, Seth Rollins ends a WrestleMania on some crazy shit. So that was my thought about it. What did you think about it? The whole play.
The whole thing was great with Paul Heyman said again. I've heard it before. I heard Michael Cole say it to Paul Heyman on the Pat McAfee show last week, saying that Paul Heyman deserves an Emmy. Like for some reason, just television just doesn't recognize how great of actors these people are, despite the fact that they're professional wrestlers. Like they're still putting on a hell of a show, and we're feeling all these emotions and everything, just like we're watching a regular TV show. So, just Paul Heyman's acting and him sliding the chair in the ring to Punk, and we're like, well, yeah, he's in his corner, blah blah blah, and then the one nut shot, and then the second, and it was just great. Just overall, the whole drama, just that's how you end a main event match at WrestleMania. It was a fantastic ending, just to a great match.
And a great way to end a night one when you know that, okay, that's how we ended our night one. We have a whole card, we have a whole crazy main event for night two. So you have to, in a sense, feel like you need to top that or at least meet the bar. If you're not going to do better, at least do like have people go like, oh, I can't tell which day was better, blah 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 blah. I would say this was my first time watching a WrestleMania that had a day one. This is my first time having sat and watched it since they've done the 2 days. I haven't
Mm,
done that before.
same.
So for it being kind of split, um, I think this one was. I think this day one was okay. You know what I mean? I think it was okay. Looking
Yeah.
back, I think I might like day two a little better. um,
I
I
don't
would say
know.
maybe for stories, day two is better. I think actual wrestling day one locked it. I think the matches were technically better day one. I would say. I
I
would
can
say.
I can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
I can see that because I was like, I don't know, this card was pretty solid looking back
Yeah.
at it, just top to bottom. There was not a miss.
Yeah, because
Like,
there wasn't because looking back, there's not a lot of like night two has a lot of like I feel like more of your stories, and I say
true.
that because when we talk about what happened with some of the things night two, I think there's a lot
Yeah.
more carryover for stories off of night two than night one. So night one was straight up, I think the end of a lot of grudge matches were just like fight, fight, fight,
Yeah.
fight. So it was technical, technical, technical. Um, yeah. So I think night one had just the matches I think were overall just
Yeah.
better than night two. But we'll get there. So I think night one was successful.
Night one was great. Night one was definitely action packed. And it definitely set up for one hell of a night too, like you said, to close a lot of storylines and to continue a lot of storylines and to progress a few storylines. Yeah, we will get there. But as for night one, that was a way to end the night.
That was dope. Hey y'all, that's it. That's our wrap up of night one. We got things to do. You got things to do. We got night two to talk about. So we're
Yeah, we
gonna do
do.
all of that.
Yeah, we do.
How did y'all like night one? Let us know with some comments. Let us know in some however you want to get in touch with us. Let
Yeah,
us know.
hit that like, subscribe, comment what you like. Let us know what your favorite match was. Stay tuned for night two. I will leave a comment below as well. Just click that when you're done with this one, and you can check out what we thought about WrestleMania Sunday. So,
Well, that's gonna be it. That's night one. We are hopefully your most favoriteest wrestling podcast. We're the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills.
I am Billiam.
Hey, tune in. We're going to talk about night two. Section 8. See y'all
Good
next one.
night.